Hello, this message is for Cass Brooke. Cass, it's nice to meet you. My name is Dr. Amelia Beshin. I'm the instructor of this course, and I'm going to give you my own video critique of your video assignment from week 2. I know it's been a while since week 2. This is now the end of week 4 for the course, and so I'll jog your memory a little bit about what the assignment was. You were to address the 5 people that you interviewed, kind of pretending that they were in the room with you, about the topic of sustainability. You were to convince them that sustainability is important for every global citizen to consider, and then tell them why that was the case. So now that I've kind of jogged your memory just a little bit about what the assignment was, I'm now going to launch into some of your strengths and some of the what I call growth edges for you in terms of communication skills. So overall, you provided a good summary of what they had said, which I thought was really important. It engages your audience members in a way that they otherwise would not be engaged in. And maybe they're complete and total strangers to each other, walking into a room to hear you speak about sustainability. You know each of them, but they may not know each other. So the choice to start off with the summary of what each person said also lends perspective to each audience member then understanding what somebody else may think about sustainability. So great job with that. And then you also validated them. You said you all provided some great examples or ideas about what sustainability is. None of you were wrong. And I think that was an absolutely important point to make to your audience. Imagine if you would have had the opposite approach. Now, I have not really ever been to a speaker who starts off by saying, everybody was wrong. But there's a certain subtle way to communicate, I'm right and you're wrong. And instead, what you did is said, none of you were wrong. And you said it in a nice voice, tone, and quality. And so it was just more of an invitation of, here's where you can grow from. That's sort of the underlying message that I received from you as I was watching your video. So great job there. You had good eye contact, which is kind of a cultural thing, as you've read now in the social psychology book. But it does make a good personal connection. One thing that I would say for sure is that with eye contact, you want to research your audience members before you make a presentation or a speech of some kind. Because if they're coming from a culture where eye contact is insulting, or they avoid eye contact with you because they see you as an authority figure, then we don't want to get that lost in translation, and you don't want to insult them, and you don't want to feel insulted by the way that they may be treating you. So research your audience members and know. And I would say for this assignment, I enjoyed the eye contact that I saw you make with the camera. Well done. I also wrote down that you had excellent pauses to shift between thoughts. I think that is very, very important, because usually if somebody does not do that, they're using filler statements like or or quite a bit. I noticed that that was missing from most of your video, which shows me that you are confident enough in yourself that when you need to, you do slow down, take a deep breath, gather your thoughts, and then move on, rather than filling the time with or which makes you sound less educated on a topic, and most times loses your audience. I confess that I have been one of those audience members who's played buzzword bingo before, where if somebody starts saying a lot of ums or ers or uhs, I'm listening for those rather than actually listening to the message. So well done. You paused and then moved on. You may have lost your audience towards the end because you forgot to readdress them. I think that is quite important. Even with a 5-minute video assignment, at minute 4, you may be losing them. So to bring them back in, Cass, use their name. And you'll see that maybe even now, as I just use your name, you're paying more attention to what I'm saying. You may have lost me there or been lost in any sort of thought about lunch, about shopping, about whatever it may be, but in the moment that I bring you back by saying your name, oh boy, I better pay attention now, for sure. So be sure to bring your audience members back in, readdress them. Be more specific as well about sustainable solutions. If you're speaking with an audience about sustainability, and especially an audience that maybe has just a very, very vague idea of what sustainability is, you want to be sure that you leave them with good, practical ideas on how to apply this to their own lives. They're more likely to endorse sustainability if they're walking away with good, practical tips. So give them 1 or 2. If you want to start to work towards building a sustainable lifestyle for yourself and being the model for your kids, Try recycling. For example, put a little canister next to your trash can that is for glass. So give them pretty specific and practical things, and then remind them that it doesn't take very much time to do. It's less than 30 seconds to throw that piece of glass away in the glass can than it would be if it were put into the trash can. So back it up with some statistics too. Look those things up and help them to see the impact that they personally can have by simply recycling glass, for example. I wrote down something that I want to take note of here too. Watch wardrobe choice as well. You see that I have a professional dress on today, and that's important. It conveys confidence. It shows that maybe I know what I'm talking about a little bit more. I understand that some people may take me a little bit more seriously when I am dressed up, so I know that ahead of time and I watch my wardrobe choice. For you, I would say take a look at the video. It was hard to tell from the lighting or what it may have been, but I noticed that maybe it was a little bit up close to the chest area, and so that may be distracting, especially for a mixed gendered audience as well. You may lose them from paying attention to you, to them either being very critical of your outfit or noticing something about your chest area that you would actually prefer them not to notice. So just a little bit of extra feedback there. And then make sure you close out somehow. Your video ended very abruptly. Thank your audience for coming, summarize your points that you have made, and send them home with a practical suggestion. So that's it, Cass. Well done. Looks like you got 18 out of 20 for this assignment, and I would just say that the 2 points came off mostly because I want you to keep assuming you have the audience in front of you. So don't forget to re-engage them throughout your conversation. Great job.